is a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
No one.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Puts one in the pocket. Goes for the throw. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. The low heavy hits. The Fu-Ha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. This is the range where things get goes for the super art. The jump in catches them. Takes them all the way to the and the throw ends the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Medium kick. Watch the Fu-Ha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. What'll happen here? Goal sucks to pry them open. Nice counter. Both fighters planning something? Low heavy, but no go. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Starts with a jumper. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Throw whips. The low is denied. Time's the only thing moving here. Did well to get the buff in there. All right, what's coming up next? Gets the knockdown, and now in a dire situation. They can't afford KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Drive reversal's blocked. Bets on the drive reversal, but comes away empty-handed. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Scrapping it out up close. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Knockdown and the life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Jumps up, clutch, anti-air. What's next? Taking chunks out of each other here. They gotta dig down deep here. Things are very tense as this exchange continues. A fireball at that range? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. The Jinrai hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Ooh, what a smart blow. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Takes them up. Player 1 is in a very impact squash. Knocked him out of the air. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire and you're gonna get burned.
Bet that.
Amazing. All the throw connects. Are they going to be able to come back and stack victory? Reversal. Shakes things up with a fireball.
Get lost.
A really big slamma-jamma. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Let me have some fun.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Solid throw tech. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Connects with medium kick. Takes a trip. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Awesome! How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps, brushes that off and keeps going. Throws him. What's next? Going in? This is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Both fighters planning something? Their drive kick just goes for it at this range. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? Both fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. They get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Big throw. Oh, yo! What were they thinking? This is gonna be bad news. Throws them. What now? Player 2 is on the brink of the throw connects. Reads the jump in perfectly. Gotta do better than that. Quick medium poke. Goes all in with the uppercut. Player 2 connects with the throw. What's next? Blocks the drive reversal. The parry and eats it. Genius read with that throw escape. Drops that off. Amazing. Only a little. Are you serious? That comeback was
Here comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Decides to go in with the target combo. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Still slugging it out here. What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Quick dash it. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Medium kick hit. Scrapping it out up close. That combo did decent damage. What'll happen here? Breaks the block with a throw. There's a change of sides. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Nails it! Oh my god, they just choked it up! Shirai turning it right up with a super! Shibuchi Regimen! That final push at the end paid off in spades! When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it! Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best! It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! Player 2, just big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Decides to go in with the target combo. Parries the attack, and parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the dive gauge building up. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Great work finding the opening. throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Uses the target combo as a filler. They need to rely parries to jump in to shut it down. Burnout activates. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game users. The fighters return to the middle of the hits them with a stop and pop. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Burnout activates. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player 1 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it to get them with a quick low kick. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Sure you can? Just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Getting up from overhead, but it won't work. Can they use their drive to stage the come? What a finish! Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. G-right kick for a mix-up. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. All right, what's coming up next? G-right kick for a mix-up. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Still very early in the round. With experiencing burnout going in, Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Goes low. Super burnout activates. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Crowns them from above. They're recovered. Amazing. Just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it all Benson on the fireball. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Dog drops in with a Tatsu. Goes, throws them. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Super Art to show them what a PhD fighters can do for you. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Gets him with a Euro step. Presses for a react, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Oh, they changed sides. Gets it the perfect fireball range. Overhead attack. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Down on life. They're absolutely relentless. Benson on the fireball. Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Pokes with a medium kick. Goes to the overdrive. Overhead. Lots of aggression from both sides. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Box him with a target combo.
Come here. Hadouken!
opens up. Quick dash it. Knockdown. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Who will capitalize on an opening first? In there! Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player one kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Good distance for a shot. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Carries them all the way to the closing it out with a super hard finish. Nice and clean. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Ready? Then show me.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. All right. Nice solid counter. That counter's got to have rattled them. Picks the drive reversal. Anything could happen here. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This is the range where things get goes for the super arm. Will they try to finish the round with a drive move? Jumps in. Looks like they both ends with a projectile. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Blocks the low heavy and peppers them with the lightning kick. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Both fighters planning to hit them with a stop and pop. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Escapes with the reversal. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Serenity Stream? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Target combo into... Dragon Lash! Turns out, player two, excellent read. What were they thinking? Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Slick overdrive pencils there to call them out. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. This is it. Oop, that throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Drive rush. Closes the distance. SP kick uses the gauge for a super arm. Player two has the super gauge advantage. Also getting in some real damage. Amazing. Rushes in. Quick medium poke. Taking chunks out of each other here. What now? There's a burnout. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Chucks a fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. In with the cross-up. What's next? Player 2 is in a very good spot. Now they can use drive. This is a critical reversal. Huge chance after that wall shot. Make smart use of the game. There's a burnout. Go heavy with authority. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Quick step forward. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to hold out until they're beats it up with a combo into KO. One more. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round 2. Fight.
Can they keep on him? Shows the medium kick. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Gold uses the gauge for a super art. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Both fighters planning something? Nice parry. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Medium kick. What'll happen here? They push their way out of the corner. Getting up close and personal. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Quick dashing. Gets the counter hit throw. Combo with the target combo. Still slugging it out here. Goes for an overhead. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Sticks the combo. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? They were expecting that drive impact. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. A quick breather. Player 2 holding on to that corner event, looking to impress with this super. Shippo Jinrai doing the business. Knockdown and big KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
is a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jump. Lays on the pressure with the projectile, throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Taking stock. Well-timed corner switch. Finishes with the overhead. Nicely read. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. What'll happen here? Goes for the jump in, but brushes that off and keeps going. A quick breather. Player experiencing burnout. Big throws. Player 1, nice counter. Still slugging it out at this range. Clutch anti-air. Player 1, can't use burn down. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Player 1 flipping the script with a turnaround soup to Lowe's block. Player 1 drops them to half, closing the gap. Both fighters are raring to go. Player 1 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. A quick breather. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. There crowns them from above. Both sides getting ready. Jump! This may turn into a big chance. How's this? Player 2, all the throw connects. No way. No signs of running up from out of the corner. Taking strokes. I can't believe it. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Down to the final hit. Who's gonna take it? Are you kidding me? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.